Yeah, yeah. Chimama. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, there we go. Nice. Here we go again. Hardcore. Boom. Duelist. Yes. Eggs. Saviour. Smacker. Eggs. We are back on the beach again. Because I died to some bullshit again. You know what? I'm not sad this time either, because we have a new build. We have a super fun build that I have been wanting to do for a long time. So let's just get right into it. So what are we doing with this build? Well, as the name suggests, we are gonna play with the sword Saviour. And yeah, dude, I am so excited for it. I mostly have played the hardcore SSF throughout my Path of Exile journey, right? And yeah, the Saviour sword has of course not really been possible for me to get, or when I have never at least acquired the sword before. It is a very rare sword from an Uber boss, right? So very difficult to acquire. So I thought to myself, you know what? I need to play with the Saviour. So there was only one Saviour on the entire hardcore market, and it cost 30 divines. But yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I look very much forward to play with this beautiful sword. Oop. And the cool thing about the Saviour is of course triggers level 20 reflection when equipped. It is a very unique modifier, of course. You can't really find it anywhere else. So what happens is, yeah, you're gonna get like a Mirage Archers, but for melee attacks instead. The sword in itself is not particularly awesome, you know. Crit chance is kinda meh, attack speed very much meh, damage super meh. So yeah, with the cool and awesome reflections, we need to circumvent, well, or compensate for the lack of everything else on the sword. Boom. Boom, level 12. That means we can equip our elemental hit. So this is what we are gonna try to use to circumvent the low damage or the low flat damage on the Saviour sword. We are instead gonna use an attack skill or a strike skill that does not really care about the damage on the sword itself. Elemental hit deals a lot of flat damage, fire damage, cold damage, and lightning damage. So my thought process, oh look at this, oh wow dude, yeah. So I think elemental hit was actually kinda buffed. Look at that AoE, that's looking kinda nice actually. Yeah, but yeah, the thought process is, as you understand then, we're gonna scale our damage with our gem instead of our sword. So that is my thought process of circumventing the low damage of the sword itself. Yeah, and there we have it. Elemental hit now has a base radius of 1.4, previously 1. Dude, that is such a huge custom buff. And an attack speed of 120%, previously 100%. Yeah, dude, yeah, elemental hit got a big buff for this league, that's for sure. Both in terms of attack speed and AoE. Super nice. And boom! When you get the flat damage from the gem itself, that means that we can focus on scaling other parts of the damage, right? So what we need to focus on is to scale attack speed and increased damage. And the way we are gonna do that is, well, we gotta do it two different ways. The first way is through the belt Perseverance. This gives increased damage per 200 of your lowest armor and evasion rating. And as you might imagine, we are gonna go quite heavily into evasion and armor. And I love the concept, of course, of scaling your damage with your defense. You know, the more armor and evasion we get, the more damage we will deal. I love that. This belt also, of course, give onslaught, which is essentially gonna be super nice quality of life with the movement speed, the permanent movement speed, and also, of course, the attack speed. Okay, there we go. Izaro smacked. And yeah, the second way we are gonna scale our damage will be through the champion ascendancy. Boom. We are gonna get a lot of fortify. And with this node later on, we will get attack speed with fortify and also more armor and evasion that will scale with our perseverance belt, right? So yeah, this ascendancy is gonna be perfect for what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a lot of attack speed and a lot of armor and evasion rating. Bing, boom, we start here. Fortitude, you have your maximum fortification. Boom. So yeah, we are already at 29 fortification, which is beautiful. I did snag a wonderful jewel here on the hardcore market. We get some reduced crit damage taken. Very nice. And of course, fortification here. Maximum fortification, maximum fortification, maximum fortification. And we also have one here. So we're gonna have 30 maximum fortification. So elemental hit deals more damage depending on how many elemental ailments are on the target. So because of that, we are gonna use the interrogation. It will allow us to inflict more elemental ailments than usual. And not only can we inflict more elemental ailments, I think the elemental ailments that comes from the interrogation is just straight up better as well. The interrogation gives, of course, the secrets of suffering. It makes us not being able to ignite, chill, freeze or shock, but we can instead inflict scorch, brittle and sapped. And yeah, scorch is super nice. It gives minus all elemental resistances. The brittle is also super duper nice. It gives us base crit chance, and also sapped is a very nice defensive ailment. It makes the enemies deal less damage. But we will also be able to inflict chill and shock anyway, and that is because boom, we are gonna also utilize skitterbots. And yeah, the skitterbots does not count as you, so they will inflict chill and shock. So that means with this combination of interrogation and skitterbots, we will be able to inflict 5 elemental ailments. And yeah, that is a significant damage boost, because yeah, we deal 15% more damage for each ailment. So if my math checks out, that is 75% more damage in a best case scenario, of course. Super nice. And boom, first chapter done and dusted. Boom and smack. Okay, yeah, there we see. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, they are just going down. Okay, maybe this guy. Yeah, here we go. There we see all the ailments. Oh, it's looking beautiful. That is exactly what we want to see. I should also say that we have spec'd into a very important crit mastery, right? We have this one here. 50% increased effect of non-damaging ailments you inflict with critical strikes. That is gonna elevate our scorch, brittle and sapped a lot. Boom. Okay, damage is shaping up to looking quite nice at this stage actually. Yeah, we are also using this ring, of course, which gives 36% increased elemental damage with hits and ailments for each type of elemental ailment on the enemy. So yeah, times 5, that is gonna be a lot of damage. I'm not sure if you're gonna use that ring in late game. You know, you probably want some life, but for now it's a wonderful, wonderful damage tool for us. Bing, boom, smack, nice. Boom. So, since we are scaling our damage, or we are gonna scale our damage with evasion and armor, that means we definitely want to use both determination and grace. If we also want to use skitterbots at the same time, that means we are gonna reserve 135% of our mana. And I think it's just not feasible to get that many like reservation nodes. So instead we have a different solution. All's Uprising. This amulet makes grace reserve no mana. So that means, yeah, instead of 135% mana, we are only gonna reserve 85% mana. And yeah, I might also want to do some other shenanigans. Maybe we do some Warcry auto-exertion shenanigans, maybe Flesh and Stone, but yeah, this amulet, I mean, will we use it in late game? Maybe, maybe not, we will see. However, for now, this definitely solves our problem. And it will also allow us to tinker around a little bit with reservation and see what we can do and not do. We have also spec'd into Elemental Equilibrium. Elemental Hit does not choose the same element twice in a row. Unless you are using multi-strike, of course, then you will use the same element 3 times in a row. But if you don't use multi-strike, Elemental Equilibrium is a wonderful, wonderful damage multiplier. Yeah, minus 25 res after the first hit. That is a very nice upgrade there. We go again. Bing, boom, smack. Boom. Something that is really, really neat with the elemental hit is the tags that you can see in the top. It has the melee tag, it has the fire, cold, lightning tag. That means these types of jewels can go super crazy. This jewel has a 12 plus 18 plus 16 crit multi, and all these tags are of course applied to elemental hit. This is 46 crit multi in total. We will definitely try to fit in as many of these as possible, but that is of course in a later stage. But yeah, with these jewels you can really, really pump up the damage numbers. Boom! Get smacked this arrow. Here we are not gonna take Unstoppable Hero, although I really, really want it. We are gonna start with Worthy Foe actually. Just because we don't really have many opportunities to get any accuracy for now. So yeah, we will take this, and this will of course help with our misses or accuracy a lot. It will also provide with some damage, which is also very nice. Boom. In terms of defense, we are also of course gonna go for spell suppression. We will also get some block. That is not really intended, but I guess it just comes as a little bit of an happy accident with wearing a shield and pathing in the area where we are pathing. But yeah, we are gonna go for spell suppress. So yeah, on top of super high armor and super high evasion rating, we will also have spell suppress, of course, coupled with very high fortification. So my hopes is that we are gonna be one hell of a tanky beast, and I will just show you the chest piece that we are gonna wear later on. We are gonna use this beauty of a chest piece. It will not look exactly like this. I'm not sure what we're gonna do for the crafted suffix, and I'm not really sure about the implicits either. I think we're gonna go for gain frenzy charge. I mean, we're gonna go for gain endurance charge instead of frenzy, but we will think about that later. Unfortunately, yeah, we cannot wear this armor until level 84, but yeah, 3,300 armor and evasion rating is gonna be huge in terms of defense, but also offense, of course, because of, yeah, this belt and all the multipliers that we have. And the 21 spell suppression is gonna make it so much easier for us to get spell suppress cap. We're not gonna have to spec into many spell suppression nodes on the tree, which is very, very nice. We can put them into damage or life or something else. Boom! Level 62. What does that mean? It means we can finally equip the sword that I have always wanted to use. Let's go. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, okay, yeah, okay, so, yeah. Oh, look, he's smacking big time. Oh, wow, hey, that's looking great. Okay. Let's do it again. Okay. Oh, no, he's a little bit stuck there. Okay, yeah. Oh, dude, my Mirage Archer or Mirage Warrior is smacking big time. Okay, let's go down here. Boom. Oh, boom. Boom. There we go. Oh, this is fabulous. Look at this. Oi. Okay, yeah. We have a lot of experimentation to do. We have a lot of experimentation, and we gotta try a couple of different things here. But yeah, dude, this feels so cool. I'm so happy that we got to do this. I'm so happy. Boom. And boom. You know what? I actually have a little bit of a question to myself here. The Mirage Warriors coupled with the Elemental Equilibrium. Hold up. Do they also proc Elemental Equilibrium? Well, if they do, well, then that's probably not a good choice for us. It feels so good having my goddamn warrior friends just running around and smacking enemies with me. You know, usually I feel so lonely in raid class, but now when I have my warrior friends, I feel so much better. Okay, according to my testing a little bit here, I think they actually do proc the Elemental Equilibrium. So we are trying to play without Elemental Equilibrium now, but instead we use Multi-Strike. So we are accidentally procking the Mirage Archers with our Leap Slam from time to time. And I guess that is because it has quite a big AoE. So let's try another movement skill. We are testing Whirling Blades instead. I think, yeah, we will... I feel like it's much less... we will most likely not accidentally hit monster to proc our Mirage Warriors with Whirling Blades. And also, you know, I have to say, Whirling Blades is kinda cool skill, right? Something that I didn't think about is that the Mirage Warriors, they also inflict elemental ailments, of course. And so we will get to our maximum amount of elemental ailments so much faster. And yeah, that is super good for us. That is actually a super nice synergy that I didn't think about. Yeah, look at this. Looking super nice. Boop. There is one obvious item that I would love to have, which are the Celestial Brace, right? The Celestial Brace has the potential to give 10 Fortify, which would of course be wonderful for this build. However, we are playing hardcore. And yeah, there are absolutely 0 of those gloves on the market right now. And I'm not sure if there has like ever been one. Yeah, that is kind of the case with most rare uber unique drops, right? They simply don't exist much in the hardcore trade market. But I don't mind. I feel like that kind of suits me very well. You know, that gives me a super cool goal. Not just buying everything with divines, but also trying to acquire some items for myself, because I am an SSF player at heart, right? So that's gonna be like one of the big goals for this character, right? To acquire the beautiful, beautiful fortify gloves. Boom! Okay, damage is looking kinda good actually, and you know what? It's about to look even better. Being a boom, 3% more armor and evasion rating per fortification above 20, and 3% attack speed per fortification above 20. Let's see, right now we have 9k evasion rating. Boom. Yeah. I mean, these defenses are wonderful to have in the campaign. And yeah, we also get some attack speed with this, of course. Now we just need to get high enough level to equip perseverance, and our damage is gonna be beautiful. And here we go. We can finally equip our beautiful perseverance. Boom. And okay, we can see up here we have onslaught, and this feels so nice. I should also say that since we swapped into multi-strike, there is like absolutely zero chance for me to not use multi-strike. Multi-strike is such a wonderful skill gem for strike skills. I mean, it just makes the strike skills so much more enjoyable to play. So I don't care if we maybe lose damage not using War Cries, because yeah, multi-strike cannot exert attacks, unfortunately. I don't care, I don't give a crap. Multi-strike is just so much fun to use, so we are gonna go all in on using multi-strike, that is for sure. Okay, let's see if we have any single target damage on this character now. Yeah, yeah, Chimama, ay. Okay, there we go, nice. Boom! Okay, let's see how fast we can smack the heart here. Okay guys, okay, yeah. I'm pretty happy with this, guys. I am pretty happy, not gonna lie. Yeah, we can definitely make the damage happen, right? I definitely think we have all the tools to make the defense happen as well. Guys, let's take this goddamn character to the moon. I thank you all for tuning in, and bye bye.